Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to part 4 of the craziest dating stories I have. We're coming to the season finale of part 1, and we're gonna end it with a banger. But today's episode is gonna be a good one. Alright, let me paint the scene. I moved to a college town when I was 18 or had just turned 19 years old. And in this new town, the only person I knew was this girl I was friends with, who I met during orientation. For the sake of the story, her name will be, let's go with Mary. Her name will be Mary. So Mary was a chick I met during orientation. We hit it off. We both were into the same kind of stuff, but I immediately friend zoned her. The girl I was dating during the time was a 7 with potential to be an 8 with makeup on. So I had no real intentions of getting with I would give Mary a 5.5. Potentially, 5.5. So I had no real intentions to get with her. But when I moved into that town and my old girlfriend lived in the town I was just at, so I was apart from her, and it was my first week in college and I didn't know anyone, I decided to spend a lot of time with Mary, because she was basically the only person I knew. And Mary would introduce me to a whole lot of girls, and I have so many fucking stories to talk about that. But this one particular day, we went to a different city, and we actually had to take a ferry to a different city, so it was a mindfuck having my car be transported in a ship to another city. And in that other city, we would meet this girl named, let's go with Vicky. So to paint a picture, Vicky was a solid 4. She was a bigger girl. I was not even remotely attracted to Vicky. No hate there. I was just, again, 18, 19-year-old me may not have had nearly as many bodies as I do now, but they were all really high quality. So taking a look at this 4, because I've had plenty of 4s come on to me in the past, I've never actually slept with a 4 up to that point in my life. So Vicky, you could tell, is head over heels and in love with me, dude. You could just fucking tell about how hard she's trying to get my attention. And of course, Mary wasn't having it, because secretly Mary had a crush on me. And it would take me a while to know that, but that is a future story. Anyways, I would never speak to Vicky again until many years later. So this was post breakup of the very first girl I've ever loved. That 7 that I told you all about with potential to be an 8. Well, me and her would go on to date for many years, and we would eventually split up. And this was shortly after our split up. It had been 1 full month after we had broken up. During that month, I did nothing but train and focus on my spiritual, physical, and mental growth. The last thing I wanted to do was to get with other girls. So, ironically enough, it was the longest time I've ever gone in my adult life without getting ass. That's right. That entire month, I was celibate, dude. I was on about healing and moving on. I knew I had to do my due diligence to not bring my skeletons to the next relationship. But a whole month without getting cheeks, without fucking clapping anything, without cracking a can of, I was fucking feeling it, dog. I was feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Holy fuck, dog. I've healed spiritually enough where I need it, bro. It's like that SpongeBob episode where he's in fucking Sandy Cheeks fucking Sandy Cheeks, of course her name would be Cheeks. Sandy's fucking like weird igloo looking house. He was like, I need it. That's exactly how I felt. A month into it, it had been too long, dog. Because again, with the 7, 8 I was before, dude, it was every single day, multiple times a day, dog. So going from that to nothing for an entire month, dude, I was like a fucking crack addict with no crack, dog. I was fiending for it, dog. And Vicky, dude, because I remember I was really fucking weird. I used to post about my shit on Snapchat and on Facebook and shit. And now I don't really be posting shit, but I posted about how I was going through a breakup and shit. And a lot of people reached out. And one of the people that reached out was Vicky. And Vicky, like I said, she had been plotting, diabolically waiting to make her move. And she found the perfect opportunity. She found a desperate dude that was down bad, like down really fucking bad. Because again, I did everything possible to try to bring the other girl back into existence, dog. I blocked other side chicks I had. Dude, I did so much stupid shit in the name of love, dog. So much stupid shit that I'll never do again, dog. But anyways, to make a long story short, Vicky was sliding up in my DMs with some fucking diabolical plans of getting clapped out by me. And I was so down bad that I started to actually consider sleeping with a 4. And I won't even lie, ladies and gentlemen, I don't encourage sleeping with a girl you're not attracted to nowadays, because you'll never really feel happy over your decision. You'll actually feel grossed out. Post-nut clarity is a hell of a thing, dog. It is very, very real. Anyways, it takes me a while, probably a week past a month, to build up the courage to actually fucking, get down and dirty to that proposition. And this girl was doing everything possible to get me riled up. She was sending fucking pictures, she was sending videos, and she was even sending me clips of her getting fucking cracked by her ex. I would later find out that that dude ain't her ex, that's her current day boyfriend. So she's gonna cheat on her boyfriend with me. But I didn't know that during the time. And I'm like, alright. I mean, what's the fucking worst thing that can happen? I'm down bad. I haven't strategized on how I'm gonna be building up my girl roster again. It's been so soon post breakup that I hadn't planned on meeting other girls during that time, and I did everything possible that month to heal without trying to attract girls. So now I'm having to start over again. I'm like, all right, let's lock in. So I agree to meet up with this girl. I don't want her to know where I live, because I think there was a side of me that knew that I shouldn't be doing this. And so she tells me she knows a good spot where we could go in her car and do some CarPlay. And I'm not talking about Apple CarPlay, if you know what I mean. And I'm like, fuck it. Alright, I'm gonna agree. This girl may be a 4, but at least she's gonna come dressed up with makeup on, and I mean, fuck it. Let's just see what happens. What's the worst thing that can happen? So we meet up at the parking lot of a Whataburger. And I get into her car before she drives us to the spot that she knows, that she says that she's used with her ex-boyfriend, because he lives with his mommy and daddy, so he can't take girls home to crack. And ultimately, I get out of the car and get in her car, and dude, she is dressed like a fucking hobo, dog. Like, she's dressed in the most unattractive outfit, like fucking gray hoodie, gray sweatpants, no fucking makeup on, didn't even do her fucking hair. And I'm just thinking, like, girl, you just got with a guy who's a fucking 7 himself, potential to be an 8, well above you in terms of looks, and you showed up to the date like that. I know it's not a fucking date, it's a hookup, but you showed up to the hookup like that? Dude, if I gotta tell you, I was so not turned on by that. Like, I was really thinking she's gonna come in a skirt, she's gonna do everything to maximize her looks, but she shows up in fucking gray tracksuit. I'm just like, and with no fucking makeup or hair done. I'm like, motherfucker, bro. Good thing it's gonna be dark in this spot, is all I was thinking. Like, Jesus Christ, dog. So another lesson to be had: if you're gonna be dating someone who's actually above you, do your due diligence and fucking dress the fuck up. Holy shit. Anyways, she takes us to the spot and she starts trying to make small talk. I'm like, I remember saying something so cold because I ain't even gonna lie. I was already pissed that she came dressed like that. I'm like, you know what? I really don't have time to do that small talk. Let's just get down to it. I said something crazy like that. And she was like, oh shit. Okay, straight shooter. Yeah. Hey, let's come into the back seat. So I get out of the car. I hop in her back seat. And we look at each other for damn like 2 seconds of awkward silence before she's like, just lean back. Pull down your pants and lean back. And I'm like, ugh, I can't believe I'm fucking doing this, dog. So I do what she says and I lean back. And this girl starts fucking giving me that hawk tua, spit on that thing. And man, I gotta tell you, ladies, you gotta be chill at first with the fucking man's anaconda. Or with the other fucking guy's pinky. You gotta be chill with that shit, dog. Because this girl starts trying to go fucking super hard, grasping it all hard, fucking trying to fucking deep throat that shit. And my shit's too thick to go down a fucking throat very well. So I'm feeling pain, dude. I'm not feeling pleasure. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, relax. You don't need to be fucking doing what you're doing with both hands and just fucking like just so violently stroking. And I'm like, chill the fuck out, like relax. And this girl, she's like, what, is everything okay? I'm like, no, everything is not okay. You're being way too rough, like relax. And she's like, all right, I'll slow down. But she really slows down like fucking 10%. She was still doing it way too hard. I'm like, I'm not sure what her fucking ex-boyfriend or her boyfriend in that time that I didn't know was her boyfriend was used to, but this shit don't feel right. So I literally tell her, stop, just lay down. Let's just get to it. This ain't it. And I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, my performance wasn't an S tier performance. If I'm not into a girl, I can't really lay down the pipe like I would if I was into a girl. So this wasn't no fucking Da Vinci creation. This wasn't the fucking Mona Lisa. This was, I mean, I'd like to say it was above average, but that doesn't say much, does it now? Because I really couldn't get into it. I had to look for something that was remotely attractive, and at least with bigger girls, they have, you know, big tits. So like that's the only thing I could hyper focus on to kind of sort of keep my arousal. But dude, I was just trying to fucking finish as soon as possible because I was not feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I was not fucking feeling it. Anyways, we wrap it up. She takes us back to she takes me back to my car. I start catching up a couple signs that she has a boyfriend because I see her texting, and I see there's just some signs out there that you could tell that this girl wasn't really access with that guy. And essentially I go back to my house. I feel fucking disgusted. I shower. I sit in the shower basically crying like, what the fuck has my life turned into? Not crying, but you know what I mean. Like that fucking traumatic Stewie shower scene, washing his fucking teddy bear after Brian fucking fucks it or some shit. That's how I felt. I felt just so fucking grossed out at my decisions. And which is why the experience is, don't do it. Don't sleep with girls you're not attracted to. At the end of the day, a nut isn't worth it. It really isn't fucking worth it. But it had been a whole month and a week, so yeah. Anyways, I will go on to slowly ghost this girl. But then she got to me, dude. She manipulated me hard. She was like, you know, you talked that big game, and I gotta say, my ex-boyfriend was kind of better. And she took out the competitive side in me, because I was telling her, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck you way better than your boyfriend, blah blah blah, or ex-boyfriend. And when she said that her ex did it better, I'm like, oh, you bitch. Now I gotta show you what fucking Super Saiyan Alex could do. Alright, fucking Kaioken times 2 wasn't enough. Let's go Super Saiyan in this bitch. And so I actually agreed to see her. And I'm like, if I'm gonna put on the performance of a lifetime, it can't be in no fucking cramped fucking SUV. So I invite her over to the crib. And at least this time, she does fucking clean my house and cook. Like, she did everything a chick normally does when she loves a guy, which is take care of him. So I remember her cleaning the house. And remember, I had been living alone for a month and 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks by this point. So yeah, dog, I don't dust, I don't clean, so it was looking kind of crazy. So the girl took care of my house, and then her reward was me putting on a performance of a lifetime. I'm like, I'm being actively compared against her ex. I did say I was gonna do it better than him, so I'm gonna have to do it better than him. And I remember I sucked it up, and I just went as hard as I could. There was nothing about love there, because I was not gonna be kissing this girl, but I really did fucking go hard. And this time around, I did see far more results on her end. She looked like she was having a hell of a time. It was just clearly obvious that, me going Super Saiyan was getting the job done times 10. Anyways, I finished. I wrap it up. I'm like, you gotta go home. You're not sleeping here. She knew that, dog. She knew that. It's like she had already gone through that before. She ends up leaving, and I'm like, I fucking know I did it better than that dude. There's no way an athlete running 5 miles a day, boxing, fucking sparring during that time. There's no way that dude did it better. There's just no fucking way. There was fireworks. There was a fucking puddle. I did my job type shit. And I'm like, all right, now I could officially ghost you as number one. Now I could retire. So I really do start ghosting her now. And this girl, bro, this girl could not take getting smashed the way she did and me walking away. And this is something that I would go on to realize. Most girls can't get fucked that hard and that well and walk away from a guy. Like, it's really difficult for them to walk away if you did it right. So if your girl's so eager to break up with you, it's because you're not laying down the pipe right, or someone is, dog. Because this girl was doing everything possible to not let me go. But I mean, the only reason I took the rematch is because I truly believed I could do better than the first time around. And I did. Anyways, I would go on to ghost this girl. Maybe a month or two passed. By this point, I had gone through another major relationship with a girl that was, I would give her a fucking 9, dog. Like, I went through a 9 relationship that I really, really did love. The second girl I've ever loved. And I randomly get a fucking Snapchat from this girl. And she sends me a picture of a pregnancy test that's positive. And I'm like, bitch, there ain't no way I got you pregnant, dog. I for sure didn't nut inside of you, dude. I would never nut inside no fucking Ford, dog. Ain't no fucking way, dog. So I call cap. I'm like, bullshit. And I start trying to gaslight her, saying I can't have kids type shit. That I don't even know what that procedure's called when they fucking cut that little fucking valve in your nuts so you're shooting blanks. I'm telling her I got that shit. There's no way it's for me, dog. Blah, 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 blah. And I basically fucking block her and shit. And she starts creating fake numbers to reach out and call me and shit, trying to link up again. And eventually her boyfriend calls me, asking me what the fuck is going on with me and Vicky. I'm like, dog, that's all yours. That's all yours, dog. I don't want anything to do with that. You good, buddy. And so this girl literally faked a pregnancy test to get at me, and I was having none of that, ladies and gentlemen. So the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, number 1, don't be sleeping with girls you're not attracted to. If you're not attracted to her, don't fucking do it. There's nothing there that you're going to enjoy. Post-nut clarity is going to hit, and you're going to feel disgusted at yourself for fucking doing it. I sure as fuck did, dude. And number 2, girls will be doing everything possible to keep you if you did your job right. So if you don't want a girl to get crazy over you and fake fucking pregnancy tests and have everyone reach out, because her boyfriend somehow got my number and she fucking created fake numbers to message me and shit. If you don't want that to happen, and there's a reason she was sliding up in Snapchat in that text, because she had a boyfriend during that time. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, be careful out there. If you do your job right, these chicks are fucking crazy. And that has been my dating story part 4. The season finale of this series will probably be the next episode. I'm not sure if it's going to be renewed for season 2. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. At the end of the day, I kind of like remembering them. And I forget very easily. And I've actually forgotten some of them. So talking about it again kind of brings back old memories. So if my future self wants to remember it, I gotta make videos about it, dog. Cause dude, I've already forgotten so fucking much, dog. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your host with the most, signing out.